My twin sister Liz told me one afternoon in the backyard at our new house that something pulled on her pinky toe in the attic room. The attic was converted into a guest room by the previous owners. Occasionally, my sister would sleep in there with our parents' permission, so we weren't always in the same shared bedroom. We have an older brother who occupied the smaller but private bedroom, naturally. "I think it may be a gnome or something," she said while making spooky faces at me. "Boo!" she shouted, grabbing my shoulders. "The gnomes come out sometimes, then they tickle your feet," Liz said before skipping away singing, "This little piggy went to the market." Liz loved to scare me. The weird, malformed tree that loomed over the house made her gnome story seem almost believable somehow. A stiff wind blew the tree, and I ran inside the house. On a dare, I slept in the room one night. For some reason, I imagined the attic would turn into that magical village from the movie Troll. No such thing happened. But the attic was quiet, pleasant even, with a nice overhead lamp that was perfect for reading before bed. I closed my book and shut off the light. As I was dozing off, something grabbed my pinky toe, gently, followed by a scurrying noise and muffled giggling. And then I saw something run down the curved attic steps. Liz, wearing a black robe or something. What a witch. "Okay, you got me. I saw you last night after you snuck in and pulled on my toe," I said the next morning at breakfast. "I don't know what you're talking about," Liz replied, scooping frosted flakes into her lying face. One night when she was sleeping in the attic, I silently crept up there and put fake Halloween spiders on her bed, underneath the blanket and on the floor. The next morning, though, the spiders were in a pile next to my bed, -1. At breakfast, Liz played it cool, like she wasn't aware of the prank the previous night, and no acknowledgement of her retaliation. I knew she kept one of the spiders and would try to scare me somehow. That scare never materialized, though. I was never really satisfied with my spider prank, but something inexplicable lingered in my mind about it for years. We grew older, entered high school, and Liz formally moved into the attic room. Liz started to hang with her cool friends and seeing boys. Our parents were too aloof and too much into their own stuff to notice Liz sometimes didn't come home on weekends. I couldn't tell either. When her weird hipster friends came over, I was never invited to join them. I'd hear the pitter-patter of feet sometimes. That really was the only indication that Liz was home. That sound somehow gave me comfort. Liz was home and not having fun with her friends somewhere. I preferred to stay home and read while Liz spent weekends at friends' houses or attending parties. Liz's nights out were frequent enough, I began inviting friends over for company. That friend would usually stay in the attic room. Well, only one friend, really, Rebecca, my chess partner at school. She came by one Saturday night around Halloween. We played chess and talked about boys until midnight. Sometime during that night, someone hurriedly came into my room and jumped into Liz's old bed, throwing the blanket over their head. Liz came home and was probably drunk again. "Something pulled on my toes last night." "Pulled on my toes last night," Rebecca said the next morning. "It was probably just Chompers playing with you. Chompers is our family cat, a gray nuisance that only came into the house occasionally for food and treats." Then I saw Liz coming down the stairs. It all made sense now. "Okay, you got Rebecca too," I said to Liz when she entered the kitchen. Rebecca knew about the gnome, but didn't believe a word of it. "What are you talking about?" Liz replied. Studying her face, she seemed hungover and really was confused about what we were talking about. The conversation went nowhere. Rebecca ran upstairs to grab her things, then left. She never came back to that house ever again after that. The party years of early high school quickly passed. Liz got more serious about her education and spent more time at home. After graduation, she left for a university education upstate. I stayed home, attended a local art college, and moved into the attic room. I turned the old bedroom into a studio/art space. Looking out of the attic window at the weird tree in the backyard, I opened the nightstand drawer. My missing copy of The Hobbit was in there with a small stack of Polaroids of the interior of the attic sitting on top. I picked up the pile and jumped when I saw what was underneath. The missing spider from my prank 12 years ago. "Okay, Liz, you got me again." Seriously? She got me with my own prank. I laughed, though. I almost picked up the phone to call her, but decided against it. But I called her the next day. I asked, "You put that pile of fake spiders next to my bed back when we were kids, right?" Liz denied any knowledge, no matter how many times I pushed. "I did not put spiders next to your bed, sis. Jeez," she finally yelled. A short silence, then we both laughed out loud. Still, I didn't believe her. She's good. I recalled something our father said to me while discussing me moving into the attic after Liz left for school. I was on the stair landing, and I swear I saw something dart from our room to the attic staircase. My dad said, looking pale. He continued. It was dark, and it moved fast, emphasizing fast. My parents' bedroom faced the stairs to the attic. I honestly didn't know how to reply at the time. "Maybe it was Chompers?" I said. "But Chompers has bright gray fur." "It was bigger than a cat," he replied. That night I stayed up late reading The Hobbit, eventually falling asleep with the book on my chest, my feet hanging off the bed. Something pulled on my pinky toe. This jolted me up, but only long enough to see the closet door slowly shutting. Being between sleep and wakefulness, hypnagogia, it was surreal. I wasn't sure if I really saw the door closing and went back to sleep. The next day, I found myself singing "This Little Piggy Went to the Market" on my way to class. During lunch, I pulled out the Polaroids that were stacked on top of the Hobbit book. About 7 in total. In each photo, the room was dark, but with camera flash on. I shuffled through this deck of creepy photos until I locked eyes on one. At the bottom of the photo are 2 eyes peering through the closet door, sideways, reflecting the flash of the camera. Long, dark, skinny fingers gripping the edge of the door. Thank you so much for listening to my narration of this wonderful story. Don't forget to support the author, which I have linked in the description, as well as the original story. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my patrons, Scott, Old Penguin, Ellie Hutmeyer, Mr. Sankofa, Austin My Love, Rinku Star, William Hartley, Cupcake Hips, Alonzo, Icy Narrates, Jesse Hartley, Eric Cifuentes, Lawrence Wallen, and Melissa Perez. I also try to link a different charity or a different cause every month and maybe a little more. So don't forget to check out the description to support the author of the story you just listened to and to maybe help somebody else out, even if it's just $1. As always, if you guys have a prayer request, please let me know in the comments, shoot me a message on Discord. I would love to know how I can be praying for you. Thank you guys so much. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.